All right, Algebra 1, I've got a deal for you. We need to make sure that we can factor and solve. And I know we kind of got cut off in the middle of our Chapter 7 test, and that's the section that everybody didn't get to finish it, so therefore there's no grade in the grade book for that. But what I would like to do either today or tomorrow, I'm going to post up some handwritten problems, and it'll say factor and solve the quadratic, and then you get to tell me what two values of x satisfy the condition that 0 is equal to ax squared plus bx plus c. So what I'm going to do here, I put a little example on the board. I'm going to explain it all first, and then I'm going to show you what I expect to see on your test. So here we go. All right, so Algebra 1, factor and solve the quadratic in 0 is equal to ax squared plus bx plus c form. So what I'm doing, I'm asking for the two spots, the two values of x when y is equal to 0. So here's how the problem starts off. 0 is equal to 2x squared minus x minus 6. Now remember, we have some very specific steps we use to solve one of these. So here they are, and I'm going to go through the steps, and that's why this problem looks so long. Are we set equal to 0? That's the first thing we should say. Are we? Yes, we are. All right. Next, is there a greatest common factor? Remember, GCF is the greatest common factor. And in our particular case, there is no greatest common factor. All right. Next, is a equal to 1? The coefficient in front of the squared term, does that look like a 1? No, it does not. All right. Next, if there is a special product, we might be able to do something with this a little easier. Remember, those special products could be these. So there's the first one, the difference of two squares. A squared minus b squared. Remember, that factors down into a minus b quantity, a plus b quantity. Or we could have a perfect square in a plus b. Remember, that looks like a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. Or we could have a minus b times a minus b, or a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. And remember, this can be wrote as a plus b quantity squared, little 2 up on top. Same with that one. Well, that would be minus. Okay, well, unfortunately, we don't have any of that. So we have to use the AC method, where factors of product of a and c make the middle term. So I take a, 2, and I multiply it by a negative 6, and I get a negative 12. So now I need factors of negative 12 that add to a negative 1, because the coefficient, the b I'm aiming for, is a negative 1. So I took the 2 times the negative 6, negative 12. Now I need factors of negative 12 that add to that negative 1. Remember, there's a 1 there. So what can we do with that? Well, here we go. Let me see. How about 3 and negative 4? 3 times negative 4 is definitely negative 12, and 3 minus 4 is definitely negative 1. So now we need to factor your factors. Well, 3 is easy. It's prime, 1 and 3. Now 4, negative 4, there's a couple of options for that. You could have done a 4 and a 1 with a minus sign floating around, or you could have done 2 and a 2 with a minus sign floating around. I chose 2 and 2 because if you look at A is 2. I need it 2. And the 4 is the only place I'm going to get that 2. So let's move to here. So this is what I did. I took the 3, factored it down, and these will fill these 4 numbers, 1, 3, 2, and negative 2. Those are going to fill those 4 slots, and that's how they're going to do it. Now notice, I needed 2 up front, so the factors of negative 4, I chose 2 and 2. And those, I needed 2, so those will split. These 2 factors here, they will split. Remember, if this one goes up front, its other half goes over here. These 2, 1 and 3, they're going to clump. Okay? They're going to clump. They're going to hide in the middle here. But you must check the order and check your signs. Okay? Check your order, check your signs. So anyway, so that's what that quadratic factors into. Now to solve it, you're going to take each one of these factors. You're going to take that factor, and you're going to set it equal to 0. You're going to take this factor, and you're going to set it equal to 0. And when you do that, you will find that x is equal to negative 3/2. And on this one, x is equal to 2. Okay? So that's the whole rundown on how to do the problem. Now, what am I going to expect to see on your test? The directions are going to say factor and solve. I need that, and then I need this. Okay? So on your test, I expect your answers to follow a pattern similar to this. Okay? If you simply go from here to here, you're wrong. All right? I want to see all the steps in the middle. I want to see your work. That way I know you actually know what you're doing. All right, more to follow, folks. Maze out.